Hello, my name is Rick.
Ciao, my name's Millie.
And this is episode 31
31
of season 2
2
of
Yonks Ago!
This is Yonks Ago, coming into your ears. Now what are yonks? They're kinda like years. Just a father and a daughter who want to know all about some people from Yonks Ago. Interesting people who did interesting stuff, but about whom we don't know enough. So we're gonna dig deep and find it all out. Yonky doodlers know what we're all about. Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, surely. Actual, factual, full episode.
We're back, ladies.
That's right. I've unchucky waked it.
Wait, who would have thought?
After possibly the longest chucky wake I've had since I had kids, I reckon.
Yeah,
it was a
bro.
maximum chucky.
I honestly forgot that I had a dad.
I know. I was just that weird guy who appeared on your FaceTime screens every now and again.
I was like, Mum, who's that?
Yeah, I may as well have been a TikTok.
Yeah.
But I'm back. I've unchucky waked it successfully. And so this is not a part 1, part 2 situation.
You'd thought.
This is an actual, factual, whole,
Bro,
real.
you're going to get the full long minutes.
But I've been away, as
Where
you know.
you
That's
been?
that's how
Where
you
you
chucky
been,
wake. I've been
Dad?
in Belgium of all places.
That's awesome.
Rains a lot in Belgium. That's what I learnt.
There you
If
go.
anyone's wondering, a lot of rain.
It rained just then, right now.
It bucketed down here in Melbourne. Rains a lot in Melbourne.
Yeah, it does.
But look, it didn't snow, so I was bummed out. I was like, maybe it never snows in Belgium. I wouldn't know.
No,
I
me
just
either.
feel like Europe gets snow.
Yeah.
But every time I go to Europe in winter, I get no snow. I put the no in snow.
Yeah.
That's my life.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm one of those people I emanate heat.
Yeah, you could be.
So even if it was going to snow, can't while I'm around.
No.
But because I've been away for so long, I must confess, I've vaguely forgotten what's going on in the story. And so
do you remember Nancy Wake?
I do remember. That's the only
good.
thing. That was
yeah.
Ned Kelly's mother.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Actually, no. I've gotten confused.
Almost. You're almost there.
Yeah. So I've charged Millie with giving me a little summary. Oh, how
Yeah.
the tables here have turned.
I actually had to do work.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really.
Yeah, but it's good. So you're going to bring me up to speed about where
man.
we're at in the story, so I can make sure I don't, lose my track. So what's going on?
So basically,
Yep.
Nancy Wake, O'Leary, what's his face, Trev, our favourite man.
Yeah.
They went back to Toulouse and they were all like chilling.
Yeah.
But then remember the dude, like
Roger.
Yeah. He went to go see him.
Yeah.
And
O'Leary's like, we've got to figure out who the mole is. I'll go talk to Roger.
Exactly.
It was Roger.
Got sent straight to the concentration camp. We will not see him ever again in our lives.
So long, O'Leary.
But anyway, Nancy Wake and Bernard Gowan, also known as Trev.
Yes.
They're like, oh, we got to get out. He's gonna rat us out. We got to get out.
Yeah.
So they're like down the train line.
Yeah.
But guess who's at the train line?
Who?
Oh, the bloody policeman that slapped her in the face.
Oh.
They make direct eye contact.
And he's,
They do.
I know. He's like, I know you from somewhere.
And then Trev's like, should we kiss?
It's the perfect way out of any awkward situation.
So then they start kissing.
They make out like bandits, but it's cool because Nancy's on a break from
exactly.
Henri.
And the bro code kicks in. He's like, you know what? It's chill. I don't even know who that is anymore.
Yeah, that's right. Because
Anyway,
people in France will not get in the way of another man's.
And if you're
good
wondering,
times.
Jordan and Sparky, nowhere to be seen. Don't know where they've gone.
We don't know where Jordan and Sparky went.
No, not sure where they're gone. Anyway,
Okay.
so anyway, the train that they were going on straight back to Maasai.
Yeah.
Nancy's like, should I go see Henri?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Too dangerous.
If you're being strategic here, you wouldn't do that anyway.
And she
has to walk straight past their house.
Walks past the house.
Yeah.
She's like, Henri's in there right now.
But
doing business.
Anyway, got to keep on moving. So she goes to Nice.
Uh-huh.
And if you were confused, she does not go to Nephew. She goes to Nice. Haha, classic joke. To see Madame Sanzong.
Oh, we love Madame Sanzong.
She's such a legend.
Yes.
Or also known as Delilah. As a code name.
Yeah.
She's peak resistance. Like
Yeah.
you thought Nancy was good. No, mate.
No,
no.
we should do a whole season on Delilah.
Literally. She's also Trev's adopted mum.
Ah, gotcha.
So, yeah. Trev adopted her, if you're wondering.
So if you've got a family tree going, lock it in.
Yeah. Anyway, so do you remember that welcome mat code?
Yeah, if the mat is crooked.
If the mat is crooked,
then
that means danger.
Don't knock.
Do not knock. There's a hand grenade. You're going to get blasted.
Yeah.
Literally. But it was chill because the map was straight as.
Perfectly straight. OCD straight.
Bro, it could not be any straighter.
Yeah.
So, walked on through, had some hugs. That was like, you were the mum that I never had.
Yeah, exactly
but,
right.
But on the other hand, she still does not know how to get over the mountains.
Still, so many thwarted attempts at the mountain.
That's it on keeping up with the Nancy Wakers.
Thank you. That makes sense. Thank you for
You're
that
welcome.
quick summary.
Yeah.
I appreciated that. It was informative and entertaining.
Thank you.
So, all right. So, I know where to pick it up from. So,
Cool.
they made it back. She's in the house and they want one... they've got they're nervous about whether O'Leary's spilled the beans.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, we'll send someone back to Toulouse to see if all the people that O'Leary knew in Toulouse, if their houses have been raided and stuff.
Ah, that's smart.
Because if they have, then O'Leary's cracked. And that'll mean everyone's compromised.
Yeah.
So they send someone back and they're like, nah, everything's sweet.
Oh, cool,
They're not onto
cool.
us. O'Leary
is the man.
Mate, you can always count
Bro,
on O'Leary.
I never doubted him for a second.
He kept his mouth shut.
Yeah.
He was like, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know what you're talking about with your resistance here.
Exactly.
I'm like, you can stick pokers in my eyes. And they do.
Oh,
right in his eyes. He's like, I still don't know nothing.
I told you that if you did it, I still wouldn't know. Yeah.
And so they're like, how good's O'Leary?
Yeah, they're like, that's my main bro.
Yeah. And they're like, even if someone else takes over running the line, we're going to keep calling it the O'Leary
Oh,
line.
why
Because
wouldn't you?
he's the main man.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Nancy and Delilah have been preparing for Nancy to have another crack at crossing the mountains.
Well,
like,
we know how this goes, don't we?
No. But they're like, maybe we'll be more successful now that we know the whole Roger situation.
Yeah.
Because every other time they're trying to cross, someone had told Rog what was going on.
Exactly.
And guess what? The train would get searched, that this would, rumbled every time.
Exactly.
But now they're on to Rog. They're not going to tell Rog.
No.
But there might be another Rog.
Yeah, there could be.
As if there's only one Rog.
Nah. There's got to be at least two.
They're like rats or cockroaches. If you see one Roger,
there's
like
got to
50
be.
other Rogers.
There's so many Rogers.
Yeah. And so they're worried, but they're like, mate, we've got to keep trying.
Yeah.
And so they organise a little gang to cross the mountains.
Mountain gang.
In this gang, there's a New Zealander, which must be our man, a Trev.
Back, snitches.
There's two Americans. I'm guessing that's Jordan and Sparky.
No, Jordan was Canadian. Do not get them confused.
Yeah, but are they maybe pretending to be Americans? No, I don't reckon. Nah.
Okay, should we make up some new ones?
Yeah, so we've got two Americans.
Okay, so one's called Factory.
Factory.
First thing that came into my
I like it. Lock it in. But he's like Captain Factory.
Yeah, Captain Factory. And one's called Snail.
Captain Factory and the Snail. That's their code names.
Yes.
The two Americans. I like that.
Yes.
I like that. So we've got Trev, Natch.
Yes.
Captain Factory and the Snail.
Like naturally?
Yeah, naturally. Natch.
I see. The cool kids. Yeah.
Together with a couple of French girls that they were going to pick up along the way.
Do you want to name the French girls? Couple. That means two.
Your naming is on.
Okay.
Your name game is
but
strong
French
right now.
names don't have to be French names.
No.
Because French names are like, oh, je suis.
so Jessie.
Yeah.
So we've got Jessie.
And Winnie. Winnie. I was thinking of Winnie the Pooh.
So French. So Jessie. So this is the gang. We've got Nancy Wake, Trev. We've got Captain Factory and the Snail. And we've got Jessie and Winnie.
I'd read that book.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. The Mountain Gang.
Yeah, the Mountain Gang.
I'm writing that.
So there's a short delay while Delilah's arranging for all the forgery papers.
Yeah.
So they're waiting around for that. And now there's a tiny problem in terms of moving to the next town because of the Roger situation.
True.
The network's been compromised and everyone's sort of scattered a little bit.
Yeah.
And so no one's in contact with anyone anymore because they're and so they don't know what the new passwords and stuff are.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got to move to the next town they've got to move to Pepignon. I think. But as I said, they don't know the password, and so Nancy's like, I remember a house that O'Leary went to.
Okay.
I don't know the guy's name. I definitely don't know the password.
Okay.
The only plan that Nancy can come up with is just being ballsy.
Okay. Well, I mean, she's really good at that.
She's just like, I'm just gonna go in hammer and tongs and see if it works.
I reckon it will, though.
So she marches up to the house that she's seen O'Leary. She bangs on the door. Not aggressively.
Did she check the welcome mat?
No.
Oh.
No. So she's knocked on the door. Yeah. She's hoping there's no grenade situation.
Okay, cool.
And the guy answers the door, and she goes. She lets him have it. She's like, I am Nancy Fiocca, and you're in charge of our guides. I work for O'Leary. So do you. I want to go to Spain. I've had enough trouble here. Don't give me any crap.
That's the way you do it. Oh, she's amazing.
And initially he's like looking at her like stupefied, and then he just smiles. He's like, I like you. Come in for a drink. And it works.
That's awesome.
So she just,
I knew it would.
She just ballsied her way in through the thing. She's like, I've got no other way.
No.
I can't be bothered with like subterfuge, trying to find the passwords. Let's just admit what's going on. Yeah. And maybe it'll work. And it did.
It did.
And so that was the town before Perpignan. So then Perpignan was 30... sorry, I must confess I'm jet lagged.
You know what? That's fine.
That goes without saying. When you've been chucky waked as long as I have, you come back in a little vague. And so I'll just go back and repeat and get that right, because there wasn't a town. They're in Perpignan.
Okay, we forgive.
They're in Perpignan.
Yeah.
Which was 30 kilometres north of the Spanish border.
Got it.
But the mountains are basically in between.
Got it. Those mountains.
Yes. And so the first part of the plan is they've got to get in a
Jeep. They've got to get in a Jeep.
What are they called? Like a ute.
Was Ned Kelly driving?
Yeah. So they get the Kelly gang. They get the Kelly gang ute.
Crossovers.
They hop into the back of the Kelly gang ute.
Dan's like, I forgot how to do it.
I didn't even know there was a war.
Yeah.
He's like, hop in the ute. I'll drive you wherever.
Yeah.
I've got not much going on.
No.
And they're going to get buried under coal bags.
Ooh.
And just travel to where they can get dropped off to walk up the mountain.
Got it.
And that works a treat.
Awesome.
They get there. They say goodbye to Dan Kelly.
Yep.
And
they're like, you're stupid, Dan.
Yeah, and then they start walking. Like, she's made it to the mountains. Can we just stop for a second?
Sorry?
Can we just say, now that Roger's out of the way, I reckon it was Roger that personally thwarted them every time.
We should go back and see the episode where she first tried to get over the mountains and be like, this is how long it took, Nancy.
It's been a long time. But she's now standing at the foot of the mountains.
Way no.
But will she succeed?
Let's
find out.
I mean, the odds.
And so the mountain gang start walking. I must point out, they also, before they head up the mountain, they pick up 2 guides.
John and Sparky?
No, these are not the names that I've got here.
They're names. Okay.
There's a swarthy man by the name of Jean. Who looked like he would as soon snapped a lot of them over his knee as guidance.
Definitely not John or Sparky.
So he's just a big brute of a dude. Jean. Yeah. Grumpy Jean.
Yeah.
And then a beautiful young woman by the name of Pilar.
Oh, Pilar.
Who was I don't know what this sentence means. I'm going to leave this with you.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Who was as taciturn as a rock. Taciturn as a rock.
I reckon that meant she was very shy.
Yeah.
Like, because, rocks don't do much. Yeah. They don't speak up that much.
Or like steady. Maybe she was like steady.
She was steady and shy.
Reliable.
See, that's some alliteration for you right
nice. There. And so the mountain gang, they're walking, and they're climbing because it's a mountain.
Oh, well,
you can't just walk. You've got to climb.
No.
And then the snow is starting to fall.
Snow?
And
you don't know what that is.
I wouldn't know. If I was there, it wouldn't have snowed.
No.
The wind is howling. It's bitterly cold. Every 2 hours, they would have a 10-minute break, and then they would walk again. There was no talking, no coughing, no smoking.
Except Trevor's like, should we have a kiss?
Just if they saw anyone in the distance, better kiss.
Yeah.
It was just a tree. Just a tree. Yeah. Oh, I thought that tree was a person. Oh, sorry about the kiss. So they would walk and climb. The air's getting thinner. The snow's getting thicker. Lots of slipping and sliding and slipping.
Yeah.
And so
I'll tell you who would be fine with the snow? Legolas. He doesn't sink. He just floats on top.
It's a way to be an elf.
I know, right?
Yeah. Grumpy Jean himself said very little.
Yeah.
Shy Pilar said nothing at all.
Well, like I said.
Like you said, so I think
like
you're
a rock,
onto something.
just like a rock.
But they certainly knew their business in terms of guiding them through the mountains.
Yeah,
they were going best route possible.
Hey, there were those 2 guides in the Ned Kelly story.
Yeah.
For what's his face?
Every time there's guides in our history stories,
There's always 2.
there's 2 of them and
Yeah.
they're lit.
Wasn't there one called Spider?
Yeah.
There was one called Spider.
And I can't remember the other one's name.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, we would have known for sure.
Was it Spider? I don't know.
Spider. That sounds absolutely right.
Yeah, okay. We'll just go with it.
And so they knew their business. And the business, of course, was to get small groups of people over the Pyrenees in both darkness and light in safety from the Germans.
Bro, they kind of sound lit though.
And that basically meant going, not the easiest route, just the most secret route.
Yeah.
Which was basically going straight over the mountain instead of around the easily walkable path.
True.
So they're doing the hard yards.
Yeah.
In terrible weather. But they're feeling like this is the way to go if you don't want to meet Germans.
Yeah, I mean, this is the farthest Nancy has ever made.
Yeah,
so.
and now they're up pretty high. They're high enough now that their sniffer dogs wouldn't even go up there because you can't sniff up that high.
Oh,
it's too thin. So they've climbed high enough now that they're feeling safe from the Germans. But then, as they walk around a corner, they don't see Germans. But they do see some leftover German army rations on the side of the trail.
A bit scary.
And so they're like, oh, damn it. The Germans do come up this high. And they do walk these paths. So we can't even relax up here.
Stay alive, stay alert.
Yes.
Or is it stay alert, stay alive?
Yes.
Either one.
And so as they're walking, every now and then someone would ask how much longer. And
classic.
Grumpy Jean, without a smile, would say 1 mountain more. Just every time.
Yeah.
Every time. And they kept going. Jean led most of the time, but Pilar also led some of the time, depending on how they were feeling, what the vibe was.
If there were a couple of rocks around, she would be like, I've got this one.
I am taciturn like this rock.
I mean, she wouldn't say, I've got this one. She'd be like,
yeah. That was excellent hand gestures for the podcast.
I hope you understood my silence.
Yeah.
There was lots of symbolism there.
Yeah, powerful stuff. And so for a good 48 hours in succession they walked. 48 hours of walking.
Damn. I'm good, thanks.
Mountain walking.
I'm okay.
In the cold snow, windy howly.
No.
Worried about getting rumbled by Germans. Oh, that is tense.
That sounds like war to me. Is it? Are we in a war? Is this a war?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, what?
100% war.
That makes much sense now.
And so they're all getting pretty exhausted, but they just kept moving, stuttering their way through the whiteness.
Yeah.
Perpetually wondering if they were going the right way, just hoping that Jean and Pilar knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
And then everyone had no choice but to simply trust in their guides.
I reckon I would trust Jean and Pilar.
Yeah. And they all just got down to the business of walking up this mountain.
Yeah.
With one exception.
What?
Bloody Snail.
What? Is Snail a snitch?
He's not a snitch.
Did he die?
He was just a bloody whinger.
Oh, he was a pain.
He was just a pain.
Wow. Yeah.
He would never shut up. Like once they got, I reckon 24 hours in, he's like, my feet hurt.
Oh, annoying.
You're going too fast.
So did you just because we made up the names.
Yeah.
Did you just choose Snail?
Yeah, well, I figured this suits Snail more.
Yeah. What's the other one?
Because he was slowing him down. This doesn't sound like Captain Factory.
No, Captain Factory's zooming along.
Yeah, this has got Snail written all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, my feet hurt. You're going too fast. We need more time to rest. Because they give him 10 minutes to rest.
Yeah,
and he's like, well, I need 15.
Oh,
Can we have it? Can we have 20? Jean, I need 20. Give me 10 more minutes, Jean.
Shush.
And he's whinging. Why didn't we bring more toilet paper?
Oh, he's annoying.
Who's in charge of bringing toilet? You didn't bring enough.
It was you, Snail.
I triple wipe every time. I will not compromise my wiping integrity. We need more toilet. Someone go back down this mountain and get me more toilet paper. Everyone's like, Snail.
Do it yourself, mate.
Captain Frank's like, Snail, you got to shut it.
Did you just say Captain Frank?
No, Captain Factory.
I was like, Captain
He's
Frank.
like, Snail, shush. Snail, we got to get across this mountain.
Yeah.
These people are going to kill us and eat us
Captain
if you don't shut up.
Captain Factory is a G.
So he's just whinging the whole time. Everyone else is suffering in silence, but Snail's got a constant stream of whinge.
Dog act.
Nancy tried her luck in getting him to shut the hell up by sidling up alongside of him, and telling him. So she's just like wandered up, and she's gone.
Shut your face.
She's gone. If you don't shut up, I'm going to push you off the side of this mountain. Like smiling, like no one even knew she was whispering.
Yeah.
I will push you off the side of this mountain. I'm Nancy bloody Wake.
Yeah.
And you are getting on my nerves. She's hoping just a subtle threat from Nancy Wake might do the job.
Do it for me. I'd be scared. I wouldn't be whinging in the first place.
But it didn't work. He's like, I think she's joking. I don't buy it.
Oh, is she going to kill a man?
And so he kept complaining. And then eventually he sat down where he sat down and refused to move. He said, I'm not taking another step.
Okay, then just leave without him.
I'm not taking one. But they can't leave anyone behind because then they're like, if we leave him behind and a German patrol comes along, guess who he's going to turn on quick smart? The gang that left him behind. He's definitely going to rat us out. So
he's so
it's
annoying.
too dangerous for them to leave a man behind.
I'm not hearing a word from Jesse and Winnie. They're just chilling.
Yeah.
Bro.
So when he's sat down and refused to move, this time something inside Nancy really snapped.
Oh, she was so annoyed.
Because in the last few months, as we well know, she'd had to leave her home, her husband, her dog.
Yeah.
She'd been thrown in prison. She'd been slapped around. She'd jumped out of a moving train. She'd been shot at. She'd lost all her jewelry. We'd forgotten how she'd lost her bag full of sweet jewels.
Forget about
She'd
that.
have to sleep in pig pants. She got scabies one time.
Scabies.
She'd gone through, like she had to walk past her husband's house and couldn't pop in and say
Exactly.
hi. She'd been through a lot. And this guy's refusing to. And as we know, she tried a million times to cross to even get to the mountains.
Yeah.
And now this is the thing. This was probably his first time trying to get across the mountains. He doesn't know how lucky he is to be on the mountain.
I know, privilege.
He's got privilege.
Yeah.
She's like, mate, I've dreamed of walking up this mountain.
Yeah.
Time and time again.
Bro.
I'm finally here. And you're going to sit down and ruin my escape over the mountains.
Are you serious?
She snaps, bro.
Yeah.
She snaps.
Bro.
And so she marches on over. She just kicks him first. She kicks him first in the back, like get moving.
Yeah.
She kicks him, and then she starts swearing at him. Classic Nancy.
Nice.
I reckon she said some choice words to the snail.
Bro.
I can't repeat it on the podcast. It's a family podcast, as we all know.
We all know.
But you can imagine some of the Nancy Wake expletives that started flying
I
forth.
can't imagine.
Snapped.
I have a clean mind.
She'd unleashed the beast right now. And then she starts dragging him. She just grabs him.
Yeah, well, she's got the guns, mate.
And drags him through the snow by his hair. Oh. She grabs a handful of the snail's hair and just drags him up the track.
You know what we fail to consider, though?
What?
Snail, he's been carrying a heavy shell on his back. And none of them have to do that.
It's not easy.
Bro.
And I guess he's been saying is, you're going too fast for me, which is fair.
Yeah.
He's a snail.
Exactly. Now you got some sympathy now.
But sometimes a snail got to pick up the pace.
Exactly. No, right? I think Nancy still did the right thing.
Yeah. And while this is happening, he's like, I'm going to report you to the American consul as soon as we get there. You see if I don't. And she's like, I think you've confused me with someone who gives a flying fajuli. And she just gives him the stare.
Yeah.
And he starts moving again.
Okay,
like he's
cool,
up.
cool.
Like it worked. Bloody worked.
Legend.
But it's tough going.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, you're talking about Winnie and Jenny.
Oh, Jessie?
What? Yeah, Jessie. Sorry, Jessie. One of them starts complaining. Which one do you think's more likely to complain?
Definitely Winnie.
Winnie
for sure.
So Winnie's starting to complain of total exhaustion, and that she doesn't want to keep moving.
It's not about want. It's
Nancy's crossed the dark side now. She will do whatever it takes to keep these people moving.
Exactly.
And so she comes up with a plan to keep Winnie on the move.
Yeah.
She sees a puddle near Winnie, sticks out her foot, trips Winnie over. She falls in the puddle. Now all her clothes are soaking wet. So if
that's
she
what I
does
mean.
not keep moving, she's going to freeze and die.
She's going to freeze to
I mean,
death.
that is some dark stuff that
That
Nancy's
is some
resorting
dark
to.
stuff.
I reckon that's a crueler move than kicking and swearing.
Definitely.
And dragging by the hair.
I would never in my life do that.
But as we said, Nancy has snapped. This is the dark side of Nancy.
Nancy, there's no humanity left in
Nah,
her.
she just, whatever it takes to get across this mountain that she has dreamed of for so long, you can't get between Nancy and the other side of this mountain.
You
if you
definitely
try,
cannot.
she's going to trip you over and make you fall in a puddle.
Well, there's nothing I can say about it.
She's just up on the stakes.
Yeah.
She's like, Winnie, you want to sit down and rest? Well, guess what? If you do that, you're going to die. So maybe you want to keep moving.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to keep moving.
This is wartime, bro.
Yeah.
Stay alert, stay alive.
And again, that worked a treat. So now Winnie's like, well, I can't stop. I've got to keep moving. Whatever.
Yep.
If I die here, if I die from exhaustion, that's better than dying from freezing.
Exactly.
No one likes to freeze to death.
Because exhaustion, that's chill because you can just sleep.
Yeah. And then at long last, they had made it to the high point, some 12,000 feet up a mountain.
I can't even comprehend how high that is. That's high.
And then on one side, they could see, the France where they'd come from. And on the other side, they could see Spain, neutral Spain, stretching out before them, their end goal.
There you go.
And it's all literally, in a good way, it's all downhill from here.
Yeah. There we go.
And I think that's probably all the time we've got for today. We've got them to the top of the mountain.
She went on the mountain.
But to get to the top of the mountain, Nancy's sort of had to go to the depths of her humanity.
She definitely did. So
the higher she gets, the lower she stoops.
But Trev's still a legend.
Yeah.
He's chilling.
I reckon afterwards, Trev was mopping up Nancy's dark side. After she would march off after beating up the snail, he'd be like, "Oh, sorry about that, eh? It's just that we do need to keep moving.
Yeah.
And, we don't encourage people to kick and swear and stuff, but it's good that you're up on your feet again, hey, bro, because Nancy's pretty angry, eh?" And then when she tripped, do you fall in that puddle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Here's
no
my
good,
jacket.
eh? Do you want a jacket? Oh, actually, I can't because I'll freeze to death. But I will advise you to keep moving though, because you'll freeze to death if you don't. Oh, it's a shame you ended up in that puddle, eh? I reckon they're like a good cop, bad cop situation.
Yeah, definitely. Bro, Trev's a legend. What a legend.
I would never cross a mountain without Trev.
No, me either.
It's folly.
No. Like if you know that someone's going to crack, you need a Trev.
Like if you if you try to cross a mountain with Nancy, you'll definitely get across the mountain.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She'll get you there.
Yeah.
By any means necessary. You might not enjoy the trip.
No.
But if Trev's there, you'll also feel pretty good about the trip.
The balance.
Because even if you get tripped over by Nancy and fall in a puddle, Trev makes you feel all right about it.
Trev's
it's like,
chill.
Yeah.
He
And he's
understands.
like, hey, you know what, Winnie? I think that was a lucky puddle, eh? I think that was like a good luck puddle.
Did you see the little gold underneath?
Yeah.
It was
You're gonna
sparkling.
I think you've got 7 years good luck now, eh? That's what I imagine anyway. That's what I'm imagining is going on the mountain.
Yeah.
And now they're at the top of the mountain.
Bro,
Spain
can't
is in
get
sight.
higher on the mountain.
They're going to make it. Or are they?
What?
We're going to find out. I did all right with my jet lag.
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah. It was just like you kind of like went to the level that I usually am at normally.
Might be that I'm jet lagged, or you're always so enthusiastic. But I feel like me giving you like a chucky wake break from podcasting, I reckon you've come back with some real vim and vigor.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon you've come back renewed.
Haven't stopped my stutter though.
Yeah, that's all right. Stuttering's all part of effective podcasting.
Yeah.
You've got to let the people know that you're human.
Oh,
that you're fallible.
Yeah.
That otherwise...
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah, otherwise we present such a perfect image of what people could be.
Yeah.
Here on this microphone.
I get you.
That we need to give them just a little chink in our armour.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Yonky Doodlers, for setting...
Grazie.
And again, fingers crossed, I'm assuming that we fixed the sound issues. We checked, we double-checked.
Yeah.
We did everything we could.
If it's not, then... sorry.
Yeah.
Nothing else I can say.
No, but I feel like we've nailed it this time.
Yeah.
As best as we can.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed. And look, I hope you've enjoyed another full-length episode of Yonks Ago.
And look out for the Mountain Gang book coming to stores near you.
Oh, we're assembling some of the most entertaining figures in wartime France / Spain that I've ever encountered before.
Yeah. I'm just going to keep bringing up Jordan and Sparky, though, every episode so we don't forget them.
Yeah, lest we forget.
Because I feel like we've forgotten some of the characters in this story because it's been so long.
Yeah. And it's a sad thing that the more annoying characters get more airtime because the snail, mate, he wouldn't shut up, he whinged, but we know more about him than we do about Captain Factory.
Exactly.
What's Captain Factory's deal?
I haven't even heard about Jessie.
We've
heard her name.
She just got down to business.
Exactly. She was so chill though.
Yeah. But look, maybe we'll find out more about them in the next episode of Yonks Ago. It's good to be back, baby.